we are going to the other side of Piaynemo because there's a walk to do to get to a viewpoint. This is incredible! We are in Indonesia and we are sailing! The snorkel here is probably one of the best we've seen in Raja Ampat. They are very poisonous because they have enough venom to kill up to 10 human adults. As always, we are wearing flip-flops in the middle of the jungle. I mean, you can't come to Raja Ampat and not do a dive, right? Welcome back on board Take It Easy for the second part of our 12 days trip around Raja Ampat. We've handpicked some awesome spots that not only blow your mind but also provide the broadest range of activities you can find around here. So hop on board. Hello, new day on board Take It Easy. We are on the go now. We are going to the other side of Piaynemo because there's a walk to do to get to a viewpoint. So dinky ride, it's going to be a long ride because I think it's quite the distance. And the big question is, can we plane with 4 people in the tender? Let's see if we can. How was the journey here?
The journey was quite easy because there's no wind, so no swell, so it was super flat. We managed to get in plane with 4 people, which is nice. It reminded me of when we were here, but very different. They built a lot of stuff since then, so yeah.
This looks like a marina.
Yeah, for sure. So yeah, let's try and find the hike and enjoy.
This place has changed a lot since 2017. None of those constructions were there. A bit more touristy than when we first came. I don't remember seeing many people when we first came. Suddenly there's so many boats and so many people. We had to wait because they said no more than 50 people on the platform up there. So can you imagine it? It's really busy. Let's hope we can get up there, get a nice point of view, not too many people on our pictures and enjoy the moment. We made it to the top. The point of view is absolutely amazing. It's exactly as I remembered, but they built more construction here, so there's more than just the little platform that we saw on our honeymoon. It's beautiful. It's a shame it's low tide. Would have probably been better at high tide, but it's still absolutely beautiful. Come and see.
Yeah, it's beautiful, it's stunning.
Well, the way down is a bit steep, but at least there's stairs, so it's easier than what we had to do in Wayak. And we have some music to mark the rhythm, I guess.
Alright, that was beautiful. Now I think we're gonna find a spot to jump in the water. I mean, it looks beautiful and we are super warm, so
We ended up only going for a very quick swim around the boat in anticipation of a better underwater adventure in the afternoon. Busy day today, so this morning we went to do this walk. It was really good. I mean, seeing the point of view was really nice, but to be fair, in comparison to what we saw in Wayak, it's not as good. Karsts were bigger in Wayak, so a bit more impressive, and just the fact that there was nobody around made it more of an experience, I guess. But the walk was far easier here because they built all of these steps and everything, so you don't even need proper shoes.
Hello.
Talking about the hike this morning.
Oh, I thought you were talking about me.
No.
No?
No, I'm not. Never talking about you. Not very interesting.
Alright, I will remember.
Do you want to say what we are doing this afternoon?
Oh yeah, we are doing something exciting. We are gonna go for a snorkel. So we're gonna have to try and find a good spot because most of the spots here are diving. And we are gonna try and go snorkeling. There's a little bit of wind, not much, but enough so it's not gonna be super flat. So I don't know how far we're gonna go. I was looking at the satellite images and everything looks amazing. Alright, let's get ready.
So yeah, let's go. We decided to visit this very famous dive site called Melissa's Garden. It's one of the most renowned here in Raja Ampat, but let's be honest, not our best snorkel in Raja. It was a bit too deep and the conditions quite rough. Such a shame, because in 2017 we remembered it to be such a great spot. But to be fair, we went scuba diving there at the time. Back from the dive, we ended up going all the way to Melissa's garden, but it was a bit choppy, visibility wasn't great. To be honest, I think Melissa's garden is a perfect dive site. Not too sure about snorkeling. Earlier today another boat came into the bay, so we're not alone anymore. That's it for us today. I think tomorrow we will leave to go to Yanggelo.
Have fun. Have a good dive this afternoon. You have the plate. You have the plate for yourself. Hey. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you very much.
We use the same method than on the way here. Leave the lines in the water attached to a fender and go with the dinghy later to retrieve them.
How was it?
Lines are dirty.
Dirty?
Full of algae.
Ah.
Look at this.
Alright, let's put the lines on and let's move on.
Yep. This is incredible. We are in Indonesia and we are sailing. Sailing in Indonesia, who would have thought? There's a bit of wind, 10 to 15 knots, and it's in our back, so it's spinnaker run. The only issue is because we have this issue with the battery and we can't really start the engine without manually touching the cables. We didn't turn it off, so it's in neutral, but it's still on. So yeah, instead of doing like 4 to 5 knots, we're doing 6 to 7. So we're gonna be in Yanggelo pretty soon. So many issues today. We got out of that anchorage and suddenly the autopilot is not working. So thank God we have a spare. So we put the spare in, but yeah, now we need to figure out what needs to be fixed on this one. Otherwise we only have one and I don't like having only one autopilot. So it feels like it's 40 degrees outside, the sun is burning, there's no cloud at all. Steering in the sun right now does not sound like a good plan. We'll have to try and figure out what's wrong with this one. For now, we are sailing on our way to Yanggelo. We'll tie up to the mangrove once more, see what time we get there. Maybe we'll have time for a bit of a snorkel this afternoon. If you are a regular on the channel, you know we've been here before. It's one of our favorite snorkeling spots in Raja Ampat. So that's what we did here, more than once. Just go in the water and enjoy. as always, this snorkel was incredible. The coral was beautiful, many fish, and we saw an octopus. There wasn't too much current at the beginning. Then when the current started changing, we turned around. It was really nice. The only downside is I feel a bit sick. Probably a couple nights ago, we left the hatch open at night, and at some point there was a bit of a squall with some strong winds. Might have gotten a bit of a cold or something. Was a bit struggling underwater, but doesn't take away how beautiful everything is here. Now we're gonna rest a little bit. It's getting noisy here.
It's time to get to the next spot. We had a spearfishing session, but the issue with the spear gun, the rubber is a little bit aged. It's not firing as strong as I would like, so it's not going through the fish. So the shaft is just bumping on the fish, so the fish are going away all the time. We have a spare rubber, so we're gonna put a second one, so I can reload with 2 rubbers, and it's gonna be more powerful. And hopefully go through the fish that time, because I lost, I think, 3 fish because of it today. Shot 3 of them, hit them, but they wiggled and they went away. I think that's the issue. I hope so. If not, the issue is me. But I was super close to the fish, so I will hope that's the issue. Alright, let's go to the next spot. Alright, what's happening here?
So we can't use that battery anymore, and we have cables, those ones that come from the other battery bank. So essentially we are plugging the engine on those battery bank, but we can't leave it plugged because we don't really know how those cables work and everything, so it's a bit dodgy. So I'm just gonna plug the positive together and then touch the negative for you to start the engine. And start the engine. Let's hope it works.
Do you think that's enough for it to work?
I have no idea. I'm definitely not an electrician. I don't know if it's gonna work. I'm praying it will. I'm praying I won't get electrocuted, and that's it. That's the best I can do.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay, those 2 are connected. And now the negatives.
Now, if it touch, then I can start the engine.
No sparks. So I'll hold it like this and you try to start the engine.
Okay. Okay, ready?
Ready?
It did start.
I didn't die.
You're alive. Let's put the
Tape back on.
tape back on.
And do that next time. We need to start them. And now we don't stop it. Even if there's wind, we're not stopping this engine until we have arrived at our destination. Destination in question is Friwin, another place we've visited before, and like Yanggelo that we've just done, also one of our favorite snorkeling spots in Raja Ampat. So again, let's waste no time and jump in the water. Once again, really nice session here in Friwin in the water. The snorkel here is probably one of the best we've seen in Raja Ampat. I know there are quite a few dive sats around here, which I didn't think were particularly that good, but the snorkel, it's just amazing. It's not very deep, full of color, full of fish. The sun hits a special way on this reef, so really one of the best. And we got lucky today because we could approach a turtle quite close. Quite a good moment in the water. Apart from that moment with the sea snake, I guess. This one is called a banded sea crate, I think. They are very poisonous because they have enough venom to kill up to 10 human adults. That is more deadly than a cobra. And yes, they can bite us because they can open their jaws wide enough to swallow a small prey, so they have no problem getting onto our calf or thigh or something like that. But apparently they rarely attack because they'd rather keep their venom for something that they can eat. They would only attack if they feel threatened.
but who knows what this one was thinking, so better not stay in front of it. The problem is that Baby didn't actually see it. Like, she saw it when it was in the coral, but then it went behind the rock and she lost track of it. And she didn't realize it was coming straight at her. Bit of a scary moment, but yeah, nothing happened, so all good here. Luckily, tomorrow we are going scuba diving with Tarzan once again. Loic, so Jan's brother, also has his paddy. I mean, he can't come to Raja Ampat and not do a dive, right? So we have to take him.
We did the first dive. That was quite cool here. We stayed an hour in the water. Yeah, it was beautiful, but the second one I think is gonna be better because there's a little bit of current, so more fish. Because the more current, the more fish. Hopefully the sun stays out and we have a beautiful dive.
Another beautiful diving session that's over now. Once again, we went back with Tarzan diving. We just love this dive center. The people are so nice. The equipment is brand new. The new boat is amazing. So we did two. One whose name is unpronounceable, so I'll put it on screen. And the second one was called Chicken Reef. We saw lots and lots of things. Not the best corals I've seen, but the marine life was amazing. We saw those massive green turtles, like really, really big. Then we saw wobbegong sharks, moray hills, lots and lots of fish. Now we're starving though, because it's already 1 o'clock and we haven't had breakfast because it was too early departure. But yeah, so we're gonna go back to the boat, hang out this afternoon, I don't know, maybe go back in the water and yeah, chill for the rest of the day. It was cool to be able to do one session with the dive center while Jan's brother was here. Showed him like a very, very nice dive site, which is really hard to access on our own, so we wouldn't have been able to do that even if we do have the equipment. Okay, last stop of this small trip. We are going into Batanta again, but this time middle Batanta, and we're gonna stop at the waterfall that we saw a few weeks ago. I think it's gonna be good. Nothing to see in the water because it's just a waterfall, but the setting, as I remember, it was absolutely stunning. Hope Jan's mom and brother are going to enjoy it. They for sure are going to enjoy the fresh water and the cold water. We'll go to the waterfall this afternoon, then have a bit of a rest, and tomorrow we're heading back to Sorong. At the start, we had 12 days. We travelled on the first day, then spent 2 days at the Manta spot, travelled for part of day 4 and spent a day and a half in Piaynemo, where the main activity was the hike. We went on to Yanggelo, where we spent another day and a half, mostly snorkeling, before going to Friwin for a bit over 2 days to enjoy some more snorkeling, some beach time and the amazing scuba diving. For this last stop, we will only have half a day, but that should be enough to get to the waterfall before we need to travel back to Sorong tomorrow. What did you think of our itinerary? Let us know in the comments. So it's our second time here at Mid Batanta where the waterfall is. Some guy came to us and apparently he can guide us to an even bigger waterfall. We don't know what it's worth, but we thought, okay, maybe, why not? Let's experiment. We're following him, see where this new waterfall is, and if it's not good enough, then we'll go back to the first one. At least we know there's one. We thought we were coming back here to do the same thing once again, and apparently not. A little bit of exploration today. Everybody ready?
Yeah.
A pass through the jungle to reach the top of the water stream, so the bigger waterfall. It's not easy though. As always, we are wearing flip-flops in the middle of the jungle with a guy that is used to this, so he's quite fast. Not easy, but I'm sure once we reach the top it will be all worth it. Let's keep going.
It's a very nice waterfall.
Do you like it?
Oh yeah, much better than the first one.
Yeah.
Much higher. I don't know, I like how it does. It's not a big straight down, there's a lot of stuff around.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Stupid butterfly thinking I'm a flower. My butterfly teacher.
Because he thinks that's a flower. That's not a flower.
I'm a flower.
That's my flower.
He's coming back.
Hey!
He's coming back. That's it. time to leave Batanta. It's the end of the trip for Jan's mom and brother, so we're going back to Soron to drop them off to the airport. It was a really good trip, I think. We got to see a bit of everything. I hope you enjoyed it as well. Make sure to subscribe, give us a thumbs up, and we'll see you next time. Bye!